As I was wrapping up this video, TikTok came back. So yeah, TikTok came back. They just made a statement. In agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties, providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution to keep TikTok in the United States. I'm still going to upload this video because I think a lot of my opinions and statements still stand. I think TikTok is going to change. I think it's going to look different in the next year. Be vigilant, okay? Also, I posted a video as soon as TikTok was live again, and all you Europeans in my comments going, you guys are allowed on here again? Sit down. Sit down. Enjoy TikTok while it lasts. Follow me everywhere. JayLaRae on TikTok, JayLaRae on Instagram, Twitter. Join my Discord server, Twitch, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye! TikTok's gonna get banned. It's gonna disappear. Censorship, my saves. What's gonna happen? I don't know. What about Brittany Broski? What about Bistro Hut? What about all my edits? All my likes? All my friends? Oh. Now I have to go outside. I don't want to go outside. Oh my god. I don't want to move to Reels. God, I hate Reels. Gosh. The clock has finally struck midnight. Well, more like 8:37 p.m. CST, because apparently January 19th ban actually means January 18th ban whenever we feel like it. That's right, folks. It's gone. Vanished. Ripped out from under us. Except not really. Last night, TikTok in the United States went dark. This last week has induced some of the worst cases of whiplash I have ever felt. And I wanted to talk out the schedule of all of this and what's to come for the clock app that 170 million Americans use. Back in April of 2020, Donald Trump told everyone that he would get TikTok banned in the United States. That never happened. Fast forward past a lot of insane world events that gained attention and traction on TikTok to April of 2024, where Joe Biden signed a bill to ban TikTok on the grounds that the parent company ByteDance was stealing American users' data and giving it to the Chinese government. Is there proof of this accusation? Did we see proof from the U.S. government at the Supreme Court hearing on January 10th? No. No. This bill didn't just include a TikTok ban. It also included things like aid for some foreign allies. It was simply slipped in there, the same way I slipped some extra cupcakes and chocolate strawberries onto my plate at Golden Corral. Over the last 9 months, it was made clear that TikTok needed to divest from its parent company or face the US ban on January 19th. Now we're here, January 19th. As TikTok seemingly laid on its deathbed over this past week, scrolling through the For You page felt like an anxiety-inducing roller coaster of opinions and misinformation. On Monday, I felt sick. I had my hopes set on TikTok just selling. Even if the algorithm was ruined, it was better than losing it all completely. By Tuesday, I crashed out. Truly, I realized all of the worst possible outcomes and reasons for this ban were true. By Wednesday, I had accepted. Also by Wednesday, the TikTok CEO and Mark Zuckerberg had both visited Mar-a-Lago, and it had been announced that both of them would be seated behind Trump as he is sworn into office tomorrow. Not to mention on Wednesday, the biggest middle finger ever was thrown at the government when massive amounts of TikTok users decided to jump on over to Little Red Book, also known as Red Note, a Chinese app with way more Chinese influence and information, undoing billions of dollars and years worth of propaganda in a few hours. Yes, this was our way of letting the government know that we could not care less about our data. We don't have a say on which mega corporation gets to own our data here in the States. So we will happily hand it over to a Chinese app if that's the game they want to play. When they go low, we go lower. By Thursday, I started saving my videos. The Supreme Court had come to a 9-0 ruling that the ban would be upheld. Acceptance was occurring. I had also given up on my For You page as it felt like an apocalyptic hellscape of worry and dread. For the last 2 days, I just went straight to my favorite creators' pages and watched whatever they had uploaded. By Friday, the TikTok CEO, Xiaozi Chu, had posted a video to the TikTok official page where the CEO thanked Donald Trump for working with them to figure this out. Glazer much? Dick rider. And I like the TikTok CEO. He seems like a very genuine, very nice guy. Genuinely. He seems very nice. There's just a lot of red flags in the most recent statements. By Saturday, Donald Trump had told some news sources that he was planning on signing a 90-day extension for TikTok once he was in office. I was also enjoying my last live on the real TikTok, saying goodbye and farewell to some of the best people that I'm lucky enough to call my community members. After my first live, I took a break, and I thought about just not focusing on the shutdown for the rest of the night.
Hello, it is Saturday, January 18th. And it might be the last night of TikTok. So TikTok might get banned tonight. I don't know. Or like shut down. And I kind of wanted to document it a little bit. What I'm doing. I went live on TikTok for a few hours earlier. But I don't think I want to be on the app right now because I just don't think it's good for me. Right now the app could go down because TikTok doesn't trust the Biden administration because the Biden administration said they're not going to enforce the law that's signed to go into effect tomorrow, and they're going to let the Trump administration handle enforcing it or doing whatever. Trump might sign a 90-day extension. I don't know. It's very stressful and very not worth my mental space. Right now I'm drawing on my iPad. I'm trying to draw cats. I'm not good at drawing, but I want to be a doodler. I want to be a little Twitter doodler that doodles things, you know? So that's what I'm doing right now. I think I might take a bath. It's really, really cold right now. It's cold and my muscles hurt because I've been working out this week and I'm so sore all over my body. Yeah, that's that on that.
I'm also watching Brittany Broski.
It just happened. TikTok went dark. It's 7:30. So everyone that was saying 8:30, you were right, 8:30 East Coast time. Hold on. Okay. I clicked my TikTok. Here it is. Oh, okay. It's working on browser, but my app is not working. And it's 7:38 CST. Okay, so I'm slowly watching everything turn off. Like, first it was notifications. There's no notifications, no likes, no comments, nothing. And then everyone's stories just disappeared. Like, I can't see my mutual stories anymore. God, I look so bad. God, this is so crazy. I'm literally watching TikTok die in real time. That's crazy. They put out this notification on mobile and on desktop. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th. Now, TikTok, it's not January 19th yet. So, whatever, mate. And force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our services in the U.S. as soon as possible. And we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. I'm not too worried. I'm genuinely not too worried. Maybe I should be more worried. I'm just sitting here eating my little nanner chips. And still watching Brittany Broski and drawing, you know, TikTok's been down for a few minutes and I'm already back to my hobbies. Guys, I'm seeing some pros amongst these cons.
As the ship started to sink around 7:30 that night, people started to get a pop-up on their TikTok, letting them know that the shutdown was going to happen. This was the first pop-up. I scurried to go live, and by 8:35, people in my chat were starting to say that it was happening. Their mobile apps were shutting down, and some of them ran to their browsers for a few last seconds of sweet TikTok bliss. Then we were all hit with the pop-up from hell. Probably the worst, most biased, most terrifying pop-up we could have ever been hit with. And now here we are, the morning after. Aside from TikTok, things feel horrible right now. You need to know that the feelings you're feeling and the realizations that you're coming to are valid. Not just your feelings about TikTok, but your feelings about everything going on right now. President Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., holy shit, what an unbelievable fumble, which is something I have found myself saying many times over these past 4 years. I don't even think I've seen the referees hand the Chiefs an easier win. I believe that this has been the plan for a week or so, maybe longer. A few days ago, TikTok announced that it would be going completely dark on the 19th, which is not what anyone expected. People expected to still be able to use the app until it was unable to update, which would have been another month or so. Because of this news and Trump's interest in saving the app, the Biden administration announced that it would not be enforcing the ban on the 19th and that they would allow the incoming administration to handle the ban. On Friday, TikTok announced that the statement given by the White House wasn't enough to put confidence into the CEOs of big tech, the owners of the app stores where you can download TikTok. TikTok claimed to be afraid that these big tech corpos would still be hit with fines if they continued to have TikTok as a downloadable app on their services. Editor J here. Yeah, if you search TikTok in the Google Play Store or the App Store, a notification comes up that says TikTok and other ByteDance apps are not available in the country or region you're in. Learn more. And then the app directly under that, Instagram. White House called this statement from TikTok a stunt and that they didn't need to clarify any further. A stunt it was. TikTok, you little evil Knieveling little app, you. It's already touching the back of your throat. It's already touching the back of your throat back there, isn't it? I believe the plan all along was to ignore the Biden administration no matter what, shut down temporarily, and allow you-know-who to be the hero of TikTok. Who is that, you might ask? Is it the same motherfucker who initiated this in the first place? The same 38 counts of felony charges president who was graciously mentioned in the pop-up notice when the app went dark? The first pop-up we saw last night at 7:45, I screenshot this. Important update from TikTok. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th. And force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our services in the U.S. as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. And then there is an option to dismiss the message and continue to use the app for a bit. Then, when TikTok actually started to go dark, people started to get a second pop-up that said, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. Then there was an option to learn more, which directed you to a page that gave you more information on the ban and allowed you to download your data from TikTok. Or the other option was to just close the app. The first pop-up felt okay and kind of normal. The second pop-up felt bad. And let's be clear, this isn't about your data. I said that back in December when I first made a video about this looming shutdown. It's about control. This is about the fact that no US-owned company has control of that algorithm or what we see. Some other interesting little details that popped up over this past week. Did you know that many members of Congress bought thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Meta shares after the announcement of the TikTok ban bill? Why is it legal for members of the government to invest in businesses that directly affect politics? Meta has been lobbying to shut down TikTok since 2020 because you know what's bad for business in Mark Zuckerberg's eyes? Competition. That's why he rushed to make his own Twitter 2 years ago. That's why he's all of the sudden switched up and is now the white boy on the block who wants to know what the move is at the ripe age of 40. What I'm trying to say is the powers above have all of the control now, and there is simply not much we can do. I know there have been conversations about boycotting Meta and going dark on Meta, and I get that. I think you should do what you feel is right. I'm not sure I fully agree with these boycotts, as any form of communication should be utilized right now. These spaces that we hold on these Meta platforms should be kept. We should not give ground to bigoted, hateful people so that they can take over these apps. The worst part of this TikTok shutdown is the realization that we can be silenced and removed from each other in a matter of minutes. You could lose all contact with people from across the country or across the world in one day. How many phone numbers do you have saved? If the company that owns Discord or League of Legends were to be taken down, how would you contact those silly little internet pals of yours? What I'm trying to say is something that I said 2 months ago. Your local community is key. I implore you to reach out and connect with those physically around you. If this TikTok shutdown has done anything positive, it has hopefully put a mirror in front of a lot of people who are simply too brain rotted to think anymore. What happened to hobbies? What happened to quiet showers where you think about yourself instead of listening to music or a podcast? My advice is to unplug. Talk to someone. Tell them how you're feeling. Think about how you're feeling. Slow down. I don't think TikTok is going to feel the same in the coming months. The app will essentially be flipped back on in the coming days, but surely there will be a catch. Rumors are circulating that a merger has actually happened between Meta and TikTok, and billionaires are tossing in their bids left and right, but who really knows? It's important to realize that no matter what happens, real TikTok is gone, and it was a moment that we shared together. Through dance trends, musicians hitting virality and stardom, to cosplayers and sketchmakers, streamers, artists, the elderly fit checks, so much has happened in the past 7 years. We have found some of our favorite creators who helped us through things like the pandemic and creators who educated us on world events. Vine was a moment. This is a moment. This is something everyone will remember someday. And in our old age that we hopefully hit before the earth catches on fire, we will talk about good old TikTok before it was ruined. I can't wait.